Like most YouTubers out there, the people who watch their content want to know a little bit more than just the tips that are being offered, but the person behind the camera, which is exactly why, to celebrate 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, we're going to be answering some personal questions about my life. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm just kidding, everyone. I'll stop being so official. So let's answer some questions, shall we? So I think the best way of starting is just saying thanks. I started this YouTube channel in my mother's basement with the phone and I think a couch that we stole, though don't tell my mom that. But the point I want to drive is, MasterTalk would not be where it is today without the incredible people who support this channel from all around the world. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. We do have a lot of big plans for this channel. This channel turned into something I didn't even think was possible. So we're really excited to bring this incredible knowledge about communication and public speaking. And so that people like you who spend every week watching these videos learn just a little bit more about communication so you can share your ideas with the world. So with that said, let's get into the questions. So question 1, who are you and why did you start this? Don't you find it all odd that this 22-year-old started a YouTube channel on public speaking tips, which I guess is something I'm a bit more passionate about than prank videos or something. But how it all started for me is, to give some backstory, I'm born and raised in Montreal, and I grew up to an amazing family, had a great life. But, my goal was really to be an executive. I wasn't planning on being a YouTuber or making videos in my mom's basement. It wasn't really the intention. It was, how do I work really hard at a corporate job so I can provide the opportunities that my family didn't have growing up? And, I was very fortunate to get those jobs and those opportunities. But I think what I realized over time, especially in university, when I started coaching people on communication because of a competition program I used to do in business school, I realized that a lot of people need this essential skill because communication is everything, right? It's not just the way you present and give presentations to people, but it's the way that you talk to your family. It's the way that you talk to the people around you. And then I started watching a lot of the videos that were up on communication. Let's just say I wasn't a big fan of them. So that's when I started to think about how can I create a video resource or a series of videos that can help people master communication, especially since I couldn't really coach all of these people who wanted the advice. So I started making videos one at a time in my mother's basement without any intention of making this a full-time thing. And one thing led to another and it turned into what it is today. Number 2, where do you film your videos? So the place where I film my videos is a suit shop called Maison Le Parème in Montreal. I know it sounds a bit French, but it's essentially a suit shop for amazing folks. And it just so happens that my best friend Dany knows the owner. So when we started the channel and I had him come on as my co-partner or my creative director, he's the one who gave me that suggestion. Initially, I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to film here because most YouTubers on the platform usually film in more casual settings like their home or different places that are more like at a park or something. But the way that I've seen it and how I think about YouTube or content creation in general is always find ways to be more unique. How do you find ways to stand out from every other creator on the app? So that's when I started to really take his suggestion to heart. And I also really like this place. It's fun, it's quiet. But yes, this is not a green screen. This is actually a suit shop where I'm filming from. And it's been a fun ride ever since. And the owner's amazing, so check out the suits too. Number 3, how old are you and what advice do you have for young people out there? So I started the YouTube channel when I was 22 years old. And today I'm 25. And to be honest, I had a lot of insecurity when I started this channel. I know it's odd for someone who's a public speaking coach to say that, but the truth of the matter is my insecurity stemmed from a lot of things. 1, speech coaches on YouTube are double or triple my age. So the first gut reaction I had when I started making videos was, well, like all of these people have a lot more experience than I do. They have a lot more practice with clients. Oh, should I really be posting these videos? And the other piece of that is I didn't really have anyone to help me at the beginning. I had a couple of friends here and there who would give me tips and advice, but I was mostly on my own in my mother's basement, just turning on my phone, speaking into it, and just posting that on YouTube. So I think the advice I would have for people is to really prioritize what you care about and what you want to do in your life. from two perspectives. The first perspective is, who are you doing this for? The other perspective is, what are you doing for those people? So for me, it was pretty simple. I mostly got a corporate job for my mom. I wanted to retire her early in her life. She worked really hard, growing up on minimum wage and working at a factory, and I just didn't want to see her in that state. So I focused my attention on getting that corporate job and being successful with it. But then after that slowly evolved into how I can use my gift, which is communication, public speaking, and sharing with other people around me. And the other piece of that is, I got lucky with the mentors I had in my life where I was able to prioritize what I actually cared about early. A lot of us, try and buy fancy things and do fancy stuff. And I know it's weird for somebody to say that because I got a fancy suit on, but hear me out. I don't really care about buying expensive things. For me, it's all about contributing to society in a meaningful way. And that just happened to be through communication. I guess this YouTube channel worked out for some reason. So that would be my advice, is really think about who you want to help and what you want to do for those people. And I think you'll be just fine. Number 4, what advice do you have for people who are starting their own YouTube channel? Once again, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a big or anything on the platform, but what I would say is it's very important to understand why you want to do it. The people who are successful on YouTube are willing to play for 5 to 10 years. They're willing to go long. They're willing to post every single week, even if those videos get no views at all. And for my first, 1,000, 5,000 subscribers, it was tough. It was really hard. But since I knew the 5 or 10 or 15 people who were watching my content and really enjoyed what I was doing, I just kept going because I knew I had an audience. And by audience, I don't mean 10 million people. I just mean 10 people who care about what you do, who want to see you every week, and who want to learn or get transformed by the content that you have to share. So for me, the advice is simple. Learn the process of YouTube rather than getting obsessed with follower count. I think that's a lot more important to say, am I getting better on camera every week, rather than saying, I need to be the best on camera in the first month I'm on YouTube. And I'm a good example of this. The first year of my entire channel, I didn't edit a single video. I just spoke in my mom's basement with no lighting, and I just hoped for the best. And then after a year, I still wasn't that great of a YouTuber, but I got much better on camera, so I was able to invest a lot of the money from my corporate job into my channel and hire someone, namely one of my best friends, to help me get the video production piece sorted out so I can bring MasterTalk to the next level. But I think the question you'd ask yourself, similar to how not everyone is a professional athlete, or how not everyone is a successful YouTuber, or how not everyone is a successful chef, is to try it. Try it for a couple of weeks, see if you like it, and if you love it, great. And if you don't, no harm, no foul, at least you know. So that would be my piece of advice. And finally, number 5, where do you see this channel going in the future? Frankly, I don't have a great answer to give you. I don't really know myself. The channel grew a lot faster than I thought it would, to be frank. And, I think all I'll say is I'm really lucky to be working with the team I do. One of my best friends, I just happened to know him 3 years before I started the channel. He just happened to be really good at photos, picking out great suits, and doing videos for people. I just happened to know another guy who was a really good artist who wanted to help me build MasterTalk. So I think what I would say is I'm very hopeful for the future. I think I'm one of the youngest speech coaches right now on YouTube, and I definitely have a lot of time ahead of me and a lot of great content to share. So I guess we'll see what time brings, but MasterTalk is definitely something I'm going to continue working on for a very, very long time. As Oprah once said, I'll stop with the quotes for this video. Once again, I just want to take this time to say thank you. This channel would not be possible with all the incredible people who support it. And I know there's so many amazing people who watch this channel from around the world. So I just want to close with the following. If you still haven't messaged me yet on Instagram, please do. I answer all of my DMs. I love getting into conversation with fans. If you have any ideas for me on how I can make the YouTube channel better, let me know. You have my handle in the show notes, as we call them, in the YouTube description below. Send me a DM, start a conversation with me. I'd be more than happy to interact with you, get your ideas and feedback on how this is going and how I can make MasterTalk a movement rather than just a YouTube channel. So thanks so much, everyone. And we'll see you at the next one. Take care.